Hey, it's Maciej here, and in this video I'll show you how to sign 2 high-ticket fitness coaching clients in the next 24 hours. And how can I be so confident that this is going to work for you? Well, this is a part of our paid program, and one of the clients previously that joined our program, they got 2 program extensions, they got 1 referral, and they signed 2 brand new clients within 2 free days. And in this video I'll give you the exact method that they used. And why am I giving this out for free? Well, if you can get results with this, with my free stuff, you're probably going to buy my paid stuff, right? I'll be honest with you. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Maciej, and I'm on a mission to help online fitness coaches systemize their businesses so they can enjoy more freedom and make getting new clients easy. So let's jump straight in, how you can get to clients in the next 24 hours. The truth is that most coaches fail not because they don't know enough, but because they overthink everything, right? A lot of you guys are in better shapes than most of the market right now. But you just overthink everything. Like, you try paid ads, you try this strategy, this content style. Just lock in on one thing, and I'm going to show you what to lock in to make money. I'll give you 2 simple strategies that are super easy to implement. You can use them in the next 24 hours, and I guarantee you will make money, okay? So the first strategy is going to be the network reactivation, and this is kind of like the forgotten money in your jacket pocket. It's already there. You just need to pull it out and just take it, make money. It's so easy. So most coaches are sitting on a complete gold mine and don't even realize it. You're constantly chasing new leads, as I said, like running ads, trying content to attract strangers, cold DMing people maybe even. But meanwhile, you have hundreds of warm contacts just waiting for the right approach, because you have 50 to 100 plus past leads who showed interest but didn't buy. This can be people in the DMs. This can be people who booked calls with you but didn't buy. You have 5 to 30 current clients who trust you and love your results. You have friends, family, acquaintances who know you're a coach. And most of you guys never utilize this network. Even though warm traffic converts 10 to 50 times better than cold traffic, because they already trust you, they've seen your content and heard about your results. They don't need to learn about your fitness coaching. Most of them already know a lot about it. And there's no stranger danger. You're not just cold DMing people, knocking at people's doors, right? Those people are already warm. They know your stuff. They know that you could potentially help them. But at that time, they weren't interested. Now, everything in this module should be delivered via voice notes or personalized selfie videos. Never send text messages for these conversations. And you can get away with it for clients. But if you send a text message just trying to follow up on a past lead that booked a call with you, they're going to ghost you because they know that you're trying to sell them again, right? So if you send a voice note, this is going to lower their defenses, and they're going to be more likely to reply to you and actually decide to book a call again and buy your coaching. So first, how can you revive past leads? You probably booked dozens, maybe even hundreds of calls over the past months, right? Years. It depends on how long you've been in the game. And 70% of them on average, right, the industry average, did not convert. And that's not dead money. That's sleeping money that's waking to be awakened. As I said, is that money left in your jacket pocket. You can just pull it out. You want to reach out to at least 50 to 100 past leads, and the expected reply rate if you send voice notes should be a minimum of 10%, so you can get at least 5 new calls booked from this strategy. And if you send 50 DMs, right? So open your Calendly or your scheduling software, and you want to download past meetings. So I'll show you a GIF of what that would look like. So you want to go to your Calendly, go to meetings, go to past, and then go to export. And this way you will get an entire sheet of people that already booked a call with you, and you can just very easily contact them. Also, you have answers to your qualifying questions in your Calendly, so you can easily relate to their struggles, right? Because if you relate to their struggles, they're going to be more likely to get back to you if you actually personalize it, but I'll touch on that in a minute. Next, you want to check responses to your client applications, for example, Typeform, Google Form, whatever you use, and make sure to reach out to all those past people. And third, check your Instagram DMs for past conversations. You can just literally scroll down the inbox, and there's going to be a lot of people that maybe you forgot to get back to. Maybe they left you on scene because you tried to pitch them. You can still get back to them. So you want to reconnect. Hey John, just wanted to check in. It's been a minute. How have you been? I remember you told me you wanted to, and here you want to insert their goal. You want it to be personalized. That's why if you go back to Calendly, you can actually find answers, their responses to your qualifying questions. And a lot of you guys probably have what's your goal? If they told you that they want to lose weight, well, you can easily get back to it, right? Or you can just scroll up in the messaging sequence on Instagram, and you can just see your previous conversation with them, and you will be most likely, able to find out what their actual goal is. Maybe it was lose 20 pounds, so you can, insert that to the script. Did you manage to hit their specific goal from your previous convo? And they say, no, I've been struggling. You serious, man? How come? Then you say, would you say it's still, for example, a diet problem? Next, you have two options here. So this is going to be universal, but this is going to be more for people who booked calls with you. Yo, if you had started back in January, you would already be 20 pounds down, brother. We just updated the program and I can hook you up with a sweet deal. I want to help you out. Let's hop on a call and set up a game plan so we can finish this year strong. You and a lot of people will be like, yeah, cool, let's do it. And the second option for people who booked calls with you, dude, honestly, would love to revisit the convo we had back in month and see how I can help you solve their struggle. I've got some time this weekend, want to see how we can make this work and then book them on a call. Now, if this makes sure that you're trying to kind of be in a convo, don't be too robotic, don't just send the script, try to be a human, right? Because they will sense it if you just use this script like a robot and you're just jumping from a question to question. Make sure you're personalizing this, adding some voice notes maybe even later in the conversation so they feel like you genuinely care, like you're genuinely, like they're talking to a human. Now, besides those past clients, you can also monetize your current clients more, and most coaches just never do this. And the truth is that your current clients are your hottest prospects, right? They already know you, they got results in your program, hopefully, and they are very happy to send you referrals, right? They're very happy to renew their programs if you ask them about it properly. And a lot of coaches just never do this, or they don't do this properly. They do this at the wrong timing and they never get those program extensions. So first timing for asking for program extensions is going to be very counterintuitive, and that's why it works so well, because you want to ask this in the first 4 weeks. When they're seeing the early success. Your name, you've been absolutely crushing it in the first 4 weeks of the program, and I actually think we would do amazing for the rest of the year. And so because of that, you just signed up for the program. I actually want to offer you a loyalty rate to sign up for the remainder of the year so that we can guarantee you that we hit their goal by the end of the year. How does that sound? They say, yeah, sure, of course. So you've already paid your program price for example, the 12-week program, and basically for my year program is going to be, for example, 5K, but I'm going to take that 999, your initial program price, off the 5K, so it's going to be 4, and I'm also going to give you a discount on the remainder of the year. So I'll give you a 20% discount, so I'll give you the entire rest of the year for 3K. How does that sound? And now you can collect 3K very easily. A lot of people will agree, especially that you want to be sending this to people who are already, they lost 5 to 10 pounds in the first month. They're extremely happy. They're sending you voice notes, like novels. They're so happy. You can very easily upsell them for this program. Now, if somebody doesn't get, early success, you can still ask them later when they get some wins. So perfect timing is when they just posted a progress photo or told you about a major breakthrough. They're very happy with the progress. Name, that's amazing. I'm super proud of you, man. How have you been enjoying, your progress in the program so far? Okay, great. Well, listen, I love working with you, and I would love to work with you for the remainder of the year. And so, how you feel about working with me for the next 12 months for a discounted rate? They say, yeah, sure. What would that look like? Working with me for the year, what I can do for you, man, is I can give you like a 20 to 30% discount. So you've already invested your program price with me, so that's amazing. So I'll take that off the year investment. I'm going to give you a 20% discount because you're a loyal client. So typically speaking, it will be 4K, but if you sign up right now for the remainder of the year, I'll give it to you for 3K. How does that sound? Sounds good. And the last time to ask for renewals is going to be 4 weeks before the program ends. And most coaches mess this up because they wait, 1 day before the program ends. Hey man, like, do you want to renew? Do you want to extend the program? No, that's why you cannot renew them, right? You need to plant those seeds earlier and ask them 4 weeks, even if they're not getting results earlier in the program, they're not getting some super major breakthroughs, and you cannot use the past scripts, the previous scripts I mentioned, you can use this script. Hey Name, what's going on? I just wanted to check on your progress in the program so far. How are you liking things, man? They say, I love it. Okay, that's great. So I would like to actually book in for a check-in call to check in on your progress in the program so far and to give you a game plan moving forward. So I've got some time available tomorrow. Calendly link, you can send it over here. Go ahead and book in here. Spots always fill up quick. Send me a screenshot and let me know what time you pick. Cool. And then on that call, you want to run them through the renewal script. I will place this on the screen right now so you can screenshot and you can use this on the call and very easy renew them. Now, besides program renewals, you can also ask people to send you referrals. Now, don't do this all at the same time because you're going to, seem very salesy and pushy, and like it's going to be a bit weird to your current clients because you've never done it before, and now you ask them for referrals, renewals, like everything. You try to basically, squeeze money out of them. They're going to feel it, right? So you don't want to do this all at the same time. But how can you ask for a referral? Hey, what's going on, Name? So I'd love to working with you, and I would love to work with more clients like you. So if you have any friends, family members, or coworkers that would like to join the program, if they join the coaching program, I'll give you 4 weeks for free in your coaching program. If you're interested in referring any of your friends and family, all you gotta do is start a group chat with me on Facebook or Instagram with that person, and I'll get them all set up. So as you can see, you incentivize them because you want to give them something for free. It can be, for example, 4 weeks of free coaching. It's very easy. easy. Just start a group chat, right? It doesn't take too much brain power, and it's no pressure because they control who gets approached, right? And a lot of your clients will be completely open to doing this, right? Because a lot of them, like, they could do this for free for you, right? But giving them that clear incentive, they will be even more likely to do so, right? Because a lot of them do have a lot of friends that also would like to maybe lose weight, build muscle. And if they are happy with your program, you genuinely delivered your program, they'll be more than happy to send you referrals. Now, besides all the referrals, renewals using your current clients, past leads, you can also use your personal network. So your friends, family, coworkers, and past clients represent hundreds of potential leads. Again, they're very warm, they know you, they trust you, so you can very easily sell them. Okay, you don't have to sell them the full program. You can give them a discounted rate if you want, but you can still make a lot of money. And this is going to be especially useful if you don't have a lot of clients, if you're kind of just starting out online. This is going to be huge for you. Yo, what's going on, name? It's been a while. How have you been? Listen, man, I'm reaching out because I started this brand new fitness program, and I don't know if you have any people that you may know that may or may not be interested that you could refer me to. It sounds very natural. Either they're going to be interested or they're going to send you some people that could be interested, right? So it's like a very natural message and it works extremely well. So you can use that script for your friends and all that, but if you want to reach out to your past clients, like these are gold mines because they already know your coaching works, right? Especially if they did get results, they just wanted to stop because they were happy with the progress, they didn't really need your coaching anymore. Yo, what's going on, name? I miss your brother. How have you been since we last worked together? And the truth is that they probably miss your accountability, and they might be struggling with their fitness goal again, right? Because a lot of people cannot be consistent these days, right? They just need someone to hold them accountable, and they are very likely to want to renew the coaching again, right? Because they might be struggling with their goals again. So here I wouldn't really, jump straight into, hey, do you want to book a call again? Just build some conversation, right? Talk to them like a human. And then if it makes sense, if you identify that they are struggling with something, then book them on a call. They will be very open to it, right? Because again, like they already know your coaching. They already know that this stuff works. So by this point, you should already have gotten, some program renewals, some referrals. Maybe you've reached out to some of your past clients. They decided to want to work with you, maybe to some past leads. But I'll show you a story sequence, very easy one that you can implement today. There's another video on the channel about specifically how to do Instagram stories, how to make a lot of money from them. But I'll show you the most effective one, the quickest one to implement that you can post today and you can make a lot of money. So this is going to be a direct ask on stories and on your feed so we can capture as many leads as possible. So the core formula is I'm looking for 5 guys, girls who want to achieve specific result in specific time frame. If that's you, drop a specific emoji below. And I can tell you've probably heard this one before, but you don't know how to use it on feed most likely, so stick around. But this works so freaking well, and we've tested probably dozens of, maybe even hundreds of stories by this point in our company with our clients, and this stuff is the best story that you can use. And it's, of course, you don't want to be repeating it all the time, but it's the best one. It gets the most engagement, the most leads. So definitely implement this one. If you have not, if you don't know this, implement it today. If you've used it in the past, try this out again, but with some of the tips, the small tidbits, because like small hinges swing big doors. I'll show you some small things that you can use that will make it instantly a lot better. Now, you want to post this call to action on stories and feed on both Instagram and Facebook to maximize the reach, right? These call to actions are best posted on Mondays because most people fall off track on the weekends, right? And on Mondays, they're most likely to be open to make a change in their lives. They're just super motivated, right? I want to start next Monday. That's what all people say, right? So to show you an example, I'm looking for 5 men who want to lose 10 to 15 pounds and build muscle in the next 30 days, who want to burn fat, who want to feel confident, right? You want to give a specific result, and it's best if you say in the next 30 days because it's very short, right? Sometimes you can exaggerate a bit, right? Because 10 to 15 pounds is a lot for 30 days, right? But like they can build muscle and lose fat at the same time, which means like the scale will not change as much, but they will see, as long as they're happy with the results and your coaching, they're not gonna be mad at you that you said that in the story. So don't worry about that. And then you want to add the poll. If that's you, vote below, and you want to add some options. Offer expires. Now here is something super key that most coaches mess up. You want to delete all the active stories before posting this one, and you're going to get probably 2 to 3 times more views on this one. And a lot of coaches use this and they say this doesn't work. No, it does work. You're just not doing it properly. You have to delete all the previous stories and then post this one. Now, if you want to maximize the results of this story, watch the other video on my channel on stories because there is some small hacks that you can use to get even more views on this one, but definitely delete the previous stories. Then you want to open Instagram and open a new story, add your call to action hook. So I'm looking for, below that, put a before and after picture of yourself or one of your clients Both can work. Below the picture, write if that's you, vote here with like a finger pointing down emoji or like a arrow down. Add the voting poll sticker, call to action, below the picture with 3 options. I'm in, send me the details. I'm interested, can I get more info? No thanks. Now, why you want to be adding those negative options? Because Instagram will still count that as engagement. So if you have any haters, you can utilize their engagement, right? It's funny because the more people vote on the polls, and again, like Instagram does not recognize which option is which one is positive, negative, but the more people vote, the more Instagram is going to push your story to even more people. So you want to add that negative option as well, for sure. And add a countdown labeled offer ends and set it to 24 hours to add scarcity, because people don't buy if you don't push them a bit. And another crucial thing is that you want to leave this story as the only story up. Don't post anything else for the next 12 hours. Now, what you can post after it, you can potentially post some before and after pictures, even more clients, so like you can just retarget people that already viewed that story like previously. Then they will just see even more proof, so they will be more likely to come back to the previous one and vote on that poll. Now, that's for stories, right? But if you want to get even more leads, you also want to post that as a reel. So I'll show you an example. This is Trent Harrison. He's making between 200 to 300k per month, so you can definitely learn a lot from him. So as you can see, this is the same formula. I'm looking for 5 dudes who want to drop 20 to 30 pounds in the next 30 days. Let me play this video. So as you can see, we have some scenes of him in the gym. Of course, this is like professional camera, but don't limit yourself and think that you need a professional camera. You absolutely don't. You don't need to have so many clips here. You need just, it can even be just one clip with the overlay of this call to action. It will work anyway, but if you can do this like this, it will get, of course, even more engagement. So as you can see, he's changing the scenes. And towards the end, we have, if that's you, drop a fire in the comments below. So this is not all at the same time. We have kind of like a build up. We have just this I'm looking for, and then people just wait because they're curious what's that, right? And that's why they want to watch until the end. And at the end, you just put if that's you, drop a fire in the comments below, right? So as a tutorial for you, find 1 to 3 clips of yourself working out. It can be very easy. Open Instagram and create a new reel. You can also, of course, do this in a CapCut or whatever. Cut up the training clips as you like. Change the scenes every 2 to 3 seconds to make it engaging to watch. Then add the trending sound and the call to action text on the top. So just the hook, right? I'm looking for. Don't add the, vote here or comment or anything. And in the last 1 to 2 seconds, add a call to action. If that you, drop a fire in the comments below to keep it entertaining to watch, right? And some people will miss it, so they will rewatch it, boosting the video and the algorithm as well. So just this, I guarantee you'll get a bunch of leads. But if you want to get even more, you can also repurpose this to other platforms. So Facebook is the easiest one, and most of you might have the cross posting on, but if you don't, definitely turn on cross posting. So go to settings, then you basically want to scroll down, go to cross posting, and select these options that, your story will be cross-post to Facebook, so you can basically double the views on your stories, on your reels. And then when you want to post a new reel, make sure to scroll down and click on post to Facebook public and pick your Facebook profile and turn this on, share this reel. This way more people will see this reel. But besides Facebook, you can also repurpose this to TikTok, Snapchat, whatever other platforms that you want to use, so even more people will see it. Now, when people apply on the poll or drop emojis, your response speed determines your conversion rate, right? Because this is what it's called speed to lead, right? The faster we can get to them, the more likely they will be also get back to you, because people vote on it because they're emotional, right? Because they feel like, hey man, like I'm struggling with this body, right? I want to lose weight. I want to finally feel confident. I want to drop that 20 pounds. Let me vote on this poll. But a few hours later, the life gets busy. And if you reach out to them, if you get back to them 2 days later, they're gonna forget what they even voted on. They're not gonna even remember. So you want to get back to them ASAP. When people vote on your post, you can shoot them this message. Nate, thanks so much for engaging on the poll. I've got all the details for you here in a second. But first, would you mind if I ask you a couple of questions to see if I can help? And then you want to transition to a DM script. Again, if you want to learn more about how to convert people from the stories, go to the other video on the channel. There is the full DM script with the explanation there. And when people comment under the reel, they drop that fire emoji. Nate, thanks so much for dropping the comment, and the rest is basically the same. So for your next steps for this call to action, create your call to action reel and story today using the exact formula provided. Post it on your feed and stories, ideally next Monday again, but you can also do this today, and reach out to everyone who votes, comments, and book a call using the script again from the other video. So by using this call to action strategy, like we've had clients who closed like 5 to 10 clients in the first week just by using that. So make sure to implement it. Use the client reactivation, because this is going to be huge for you as well. And I guarantee you, if you use this stuff, you're going to close at least 2 clients or get some renewals, some referrals within the next 24 hours. Absolutely guaranteed. So that's that, by the way. If you're struggling to get clients or keep clients or can't for the life of you figure out how to grow this online coaching business, feel free to click the first link in the description. It's not a free training. It's not a webinar. It's not a case study. It's a video of me explaining how my company can help you solve the problem. It's a funnel designed to sell you something. I'm not going to pretend that it's not, but you don't have to click it. Feel free to check it out if you want, if you have a client acquisition problem. But that's it for this video. If you like the video, there is a button for that, so make sure to click it if you did, and make sure to drop any questions in the comments. I'll make sure to check them out, reply to any questions, and also make videos about them because I want to help you guys. And make sure to subscribe if you want to see more videos like this that keep you engaged and keep you watching until the end. Thanks so much for watching this video and have an amazing day, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next one.